All right, warriors, welcome back. Before we get started, let's do a breathing exercise. 5 seconds. 5 Mississippis. We're going to breathe in deep, hold it, and then release together. After that, let's take a badass walk on the beach. Let's talk about some of the things narcissists do, some of the greatest mistakes that are eye-openers. And for those of you that are still wondering, could it be? Things to look for. Things to look for, new connections that you need to be aware of so that you have an operating knowledge. But you know, people say with knowledge comes power. No, it don't. No, it don't. Power comes when knowledge is applied. And that's why I harp on y'all's asses. Get off the damn couch. Your voice will never be heard until you do. How can you command respect when your voice is hidden? How are you going to train a dog not to bite? 5 seconds. Let's take a badass walk on that beach, warriors. Come on now. Release slowly. All right, shake it off. For those of y'all wondering, those are the same 5 seconds you're going to use if you feel you're being provoked. If you feel like you're speechless, like, uh-oh, that 5 seconds is as good as saying no, because that's going to be the next word that comes out of your mouth. Or you turn around and walk off. Warriors, when you build, you're going to be attacked. And I want you to know that when you go and build in silence, you're going to be attacked. Some narcissists are going to hoover just so they can get off the hook. They've done some criminal acts, many of them probably forgery, mortgage fraud, banking fraud, credit card fraud, using your name or social, and they need you back so they can explain and have you understand that you made them do it and that you can make it all go away because they need you to lie on their behalf. Yeah, I signed it. Warriors, another thing that you need to be aware of, when narcissists make these mistakes, they're not mistakes. What it is, it's their arrogance, their ego. They believe no one's paying attention. They believe everyone around them is below them on an intellectual level. It's why they get careless. Warriors, some of the common things that they do are they don't care about you or anyone else but themselves. And they tend to miss the obvious signs because in their arrogance they believe everyone around them is believing what they're saying. And you probably did for a little while. But then you started studying about narcissism. Then you started educating yourself. And you started looking at some of the red flags and wondering, why does this man's story change? Or why did this woman's story change? Why are they trying to justify the lie now? Or act like they never said it? Gaslighting you. Look, they'll go on bragging and forget the lie they told and telling the story to someone else in the mixed crowd, and you know the other story. They think no one else has a fucking memory, that no one reflects or recollects. Or their greatest enemy, now, they can have all these damn exaggerations. People now have video. They have receipts. Keep in mind, too, the internet's not their friend. The internet is not their friend. It was at first. Oh, it was a thirst trap unlike no other with all these sites and these dating sites and everything. Oh, man, it was a buffet, wasn't it? A throwdown. Well, now it's working against them. You see, now, all the tricks, all the exaggerations, everyone now is better educated. And now, the interweb has become a trap for the narcissist web of lies. That's why it's harder for them. That's why they can't reinvent themselves. And another thing, the worst mistakes they make is thinking that their behavior has no consequences. Oh, nay, it do. It do a whole lot of. What happens is they start to cycle out. They no longer have that charisma. People start to catch on that they were using marriage as a hustle, relationships as a side hustle, that they were out there juggling multiple partners for multiple different resources. They believe that all this is always going to stay on the down low. And some of the greatest mistakes they make is all the people that they treated like shit end up abandoning them. They become their worst enemies because most don't have class like you do, and they want some payback. That's why they're paranoid. That's why they look over their shoulders, because they earned it. They want you to feel what they feel, but see, you, unlike them, haven't mistreated so many. Warriors, what ends up happening too is they're in direct competition with their own children. Their own children, as they grow, start to recognize this and abandon their own parents. So their whole plan of having a son husband for retirement or a daughter to provide while out in the marketplace fleecing others to bring resources back to the hub, the matriarchy, it ceases to exist. Total abandonment. You're going to see in the next 5 years a huge sway in homelessness and the demographics between the genders. You're going to see a huge sway. Right now, everybody's got their head in the sand. No one wants to deal with it. All we keep doing is throwing money at it and rewarding it. People, let me tell you something. Marriage is on life support. Listen to me, for those of you in the very back. Marriage is on life support right now. This is wild, y'all. I'm fixing to show y'all something. Y'all see that buddy over there crossing the street? I got critters everywhere in the morning. It's hilarious. They just zoom on by. It's just cool. Warriors, what I mean is the consequence of allowing and rewarding narcissistic behavior without consequence. It's kind of like maybe there should be a standard. If you've been married more than 2 times, then you reached your limit. It's like politicians. They should only be able to run for office for so many years, and after that, out, so we can get fresh blood in, fresh ideas. Those that have abused the covenant of marriage should have dire consequence. It's an institution. It's a covenant between you and God. When involved with a narcissist, it's a coven. It's a cult. And that's why there needs to be some method of consequence, because it's destroying the nuclear family, that structure. And that's why marriage right now has found itself on life support. Warriors, y'all are awesome. You've come a long way. Don't look back. And let me tell you something. Narcissists are going to try and blame you. They're going to try and shame you. They're going to try and insult you. And it's because they have a need to be right. Remember, they believe you to be beneath them. You know better. Because with the knowledge you have, There is power. And you experienced that because you applied it. Continue. Baby steps. Small lifestyle changes. Go back to the Chronicle Library. There are over 2,800 videos there. My life's journey shared with you on an open platter. This is why narcissists are being destroyed by the interweb. Now get out there and own it. Have that smile. Unapologetically living your life. It's not you that has to look over their shoulder. It's the narcissist. Boo. Gotcha, bitches. Warriors, get out there and own it. It's never goodbye. It's always until next time. Namaste.
Jesse, what are you doing today?
We're going to skydive today.
We're going to skydive.
Faith.
Leap of faith. Hey, that's what this is.
Doing it for the tribe, the warrior tribe.
Do you know how high we're going? Did they tell you?
14,500 feet.
Close. 14,500 feet, yep. And then we're going to be falling at...
a high rate of speed.
Very fast. We're going to be falling very fast. We're going to be falling at 120 miles an hour. Sweet. Have you ever gone that fast before?
No, I have not.
Okay, are you ready to go that fast?
I'm ready.
Okay.
We're going to do it today. You got my back.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna get your face, but you know your TI will have your back.
All right.
What made you want to skydive? What brought you here today?
Facing fear.
Yeah? Are you afraid of heights?
Facing fear head on. No.
No.
I'm afraid of not trying new opportunities.
There you go.
I'm afraid of living in the woulda, shoulda, coulda, and I'm not going to do it. Lead and live by example.
There you go. You heard it here first from Jesse. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands.
What'd you think of that?
Loved it.
Woo! You know, honestly, I have no idea who won the sword fight, so I guess we'll have to call it a draw.
There you go. We'll have to do it again.
All right, when are you going to get your license now?
I'm going to work on it tomorrow. I'll be back.
Jesse, thank you for jumping with us to Skydive Lone Star. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
What an honor. Badass crew. I love it here. The hospitality, just phenomenal. 5 stars. If there were 10, I'd give